Hi everyone, welcome to my channel License to Roam. You can follow me on Twitter/X at Edward Stratman. And if you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate a like, subscribe, and any comments as I continue to grow the channel. Alright, for this analysis, I'll be focusing on tactically flexible Diogo Dalot and how he stepped up superbly for struggling Manchester United this year, even though they ended their season in style by winning the FA Cup. Alright, in a season that's been littered with turbulence for Manchester United, there's no doubting Dalot's been one of the standouts for the Red Devils on his way to being voted Manchester United's Players Player of the Year for 2023/24, establishing himself impressively as one of the first names on Ten Hag's team sheet. The multifaceted, tactically intelligent fullback who can play on either side has certainly cemented his spot in the Dutchman side. While it seems like he's been around for ages, the man who joined Man U back in 2018 for 19 million to become Mourinho's second signing has incredibly just turned 25. This is what Mourinho said of him at the time. Diogo is an extremely talented young defender with all the qualities to quickly become a great player for the club. He has all the attributes that a fullback needs: physicality, tactical intelligence, and technical quality, combined with a Porto Academy mentality, which prepares players for the maturity they need at the professional level. Alright, although it's taken some time for him to develop into the polished article, Dalot's really stamping his mark on his way to proving why he's one of the finest wide defenders in the Premier League. Emerging as one of the most valuable players and contributing heavily in all phases, there's been so much upside attached to his performances. Having previously come in for criticism for his defensive lapses that saw him occasionally lose marks and commit some untimely errors, it's been terrific to see him refine his craft in this compartment. Far more assured and authoritative these days, he now exudes an elevated level of confidence and clarity when undertaking his work, holding his own in 1v1 duels, making considered decisions when to step up and press, chime in with an intervention, support a colleague, and take on a blown marking assignment. He's unquestionably holding his own. Moreover, his scintillating speed has been a huge weapon in terms of tracking runners and jetting back to provide covering support in transition, which has amplified his impact. Commanding in his aerial duels where he reads the ball's flight swiftly, has a physical edge, times his leaps shrewdly, and usually enjoys a physical edge over his foes. Opponents usually struggle against the Portuguese international, a massive force to be reckoned with going forward. Dalot brings so much to the table in this area to hurt opponents in multiple ways. Such a wizard in possession and always on hand to inject impetus into attacks. His superb distribution is a great place to start. A hugely effective ball progressor with a wicked repertoire of passes. Dalot's line-breaking passes, searing through balls, slick into play, incisive crosses and cutbacks, and wicked switches of play are all key weapons in his arsenal. Boasting brilliant vision to match his execution and never afraid to go for the more expansive option, having someone of his quality has proven so vital for United during build-up, in the final third, and everywhere in between. The fact he remains calm under pressure, has fantastic awareness, shrewdly disguises his passes using his eyes and body shape, and how he typically weights his passes ideally for colleagues to control easily, duly enhances his worth. Always keen to maraud upfield on the dribble, to use his whirring speed and array of manoeuvres to elevate his menace. This is another important aspect of his game. Composed when receiving under pressure in confined zones and awake to nearby adversaries, his capacity to excel in tight and open spaces is certainly very valuable. The former AC Milan loanee then proves a real game changer in terms of his movement, with his ability to centrally invert notably catching the eye, giving his team a crucial extra midfield option while giving them desirable numerical and positional superiorities. This has been key. Moreover, the way he regularly drops deep to support build-up in wide central defensive positions further punctuates his value. In doing so, opponents are usually left in conundrums in regards to who should be marking him in what area, with this indecision giving him time and space to execute his actions while making room for others, as can be seen on the screen. This is what he had to say on his infield venturing, so I just think it's something that is becoming a little bit a part of my game, a part of our team's game as well. When I say my game, it's obviously the demands for me are the same as if it was another player playing in my position. There is always something to improve, so I'm constantly now trying to see where the best position is that I can be, especially when I go into the midfield. But it's something that I like to do as well, and the manager likes me to do it, so I'm happy with it. Proving a real press breaker and so influential for United in progressing through the thirds, there's no disputing what a difference maker he is. The fact he also times and directs when to embark on nifty underlaps and zippy overlaps to stretch backlines horizontally and vertically increases his threat immensely, continuing to impress and relishing all the attacking and defensive responsibilities placed on his shoulders. Dalot certainly flexing his muscles all over the pitch in style. In his his prime and in some of the finest form of his career, his outstanding output has been a huge boost for the largely underwhelming Red Devils this crusade. Not content with his current level and relentless in his pursuit to hone his craft, don't expect him to rest on his laurels, for he knows there's plentiful room for growth in his game, even though he's already an exceptional player. Adaptable, fiercely competitive, tactically astute, physically powerful, and a technical wizard, Dalot deserves all the praise that comes his way, for he's been a rare shining light for United in a season that's been full of darkness, despite it ending in style with an FA Cup final win. All right, that's the end of the analysis on Dalot. Do you think he was Manchester United's Player of the Year? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Would really appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video and have a great day. Stay tuned for the next analysis.